Hello and welcome to episode 59, and for this video I've come back to the linear fisheries complex and I'm on Hunt's Corner again. Not quite here as early as what I'd hoped to be. At the moment Oxley's and B2 is shut for various things, and the rest of the complex due to that fact is absolutely rammed. So when I first got here at Hunt's there wasn't a single free swim. I mean, I could have gone to another lake where there was a free swim, but I really wanted to get on Hunt's again after the success I had here a year ago. But as you can see, I've only just got here, just dropped my gear off, not even fishing yet. So I'm going to crack on and get my gear set up, and I'll be back with you when I've set up. Right, let's go fishing. Right then guys, just finished doing my spodding. I can tell I haven't spodded on any sessions for quite a while because my arms are absolutely aching now. What I have just done, I dropped one spod just into the margins just so you can see what that spod mix I made up looks like once it's on the deck. So let's have a little zoom in on it. It's probably about 6 inches deep just here, so nice and clear. So there you go. Looks very nice and carpy once it's on the deck. Like I said, look, see, look, that's how good it is, look. There's little fish coming for it already, look. So yeah, so I've just put 10 spods, or spoms rather, over each rod. Right then guys, I thought I'd have a quick show you of my swim. So now I've got all my camp fully set up behind me. But as you can see, fishing 3 rods. And as I said before, I'm fishing 60 yards out, which is probably about 3/4 of the way over to the other side. And I can show you my marks. They're not really much of marks, but if I've got to do any recasts to the night, I'm sort of looking and see if I can find a little stick to use as a pointer. Right, here we go. Right, so that sort of dip in the trees just there is my middle rod. That dip in the trees there is my right hand rod, and it's not much of a dip, but that dip in the trees there, that's me left hand rod mark for if I've got to do recasts in the night. So as I said, yeah, 60 yards out, about 3/4 of the way across. Hopefully it'll be something in the night, would be nice. After I'd done a lap of the lake when I first got here and it was completely full. Everyone who I spoke to said there wasn't much happening and it was a bit dead, but it's been a year since I've been on this lake, so I was determined to come on it anyway and give it my best shot. And luckily the swim I'm in, there was some lads only here for a few more hours and they was quite good. They took my phone number and they give me a call when they was about to leave. So after a bit of waiting around on Hardwick where one of my mates was fishing, I managed to get into Hunt's finally after a few hours wait. So if I can get a fish, I would be quite happy with how everyone said it's fishing at the moment. Apparently it fished well at the weekend, but yesterday and today so far it's been quite dead. I'll give you a little zoom round of me swim. Oh, it's hopping out my chair. There's my barrow. Got Got my spot and marker rod leaning on it to one side. Busy right behind. Got my tackle box out because I'm just about to tie some new rigs. They'll be there, the rigs I'll probably show you tomorrow morning. Carp cradle already. Hopefully it will have a fish in it in the morning. Move the chair back out of the way. Got my signet measuring sticks just there, so when I'm doing me wraps to find me distance, I wrap around me signet measuring sticks. 15 wraps is what I'm fishing, which equates to 60 yards. Bag of rubbish, bod mix behind, and then back to me swim. So I'm going to crack on and tie the rigs that I actually want to fish with. As I said before, the rigs I'm fishing now are just pre-tied PVA bags and not really the rigs I want to fish on for this session. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with that. I'll leave it there. I won't do any more updates through the night unless a fish comes along. So next time you'll see me is either in the night with a fish or in the morning. See you later. Alright, morning guys. No action in the night. Very good night's sleep. Slept straight through. Anyway, morning time now. Just had a quick look out on the water and there seems to be quite a bit of fish activity on the surface, so as soon as I woke up, got the marker rod out again and had a feel round how deep it is to where I could see the fish showing, and it's 13 foot deep, so I've just knocked up a 12 foot zig. Tried to count, so that was size 10 choddy hook, and on the end there is one of the Enterprise tackle fake mixers, which has been soaking in the old faithful Hinders beetling. Like I just said, 12 foot of hook link, and I'm going to quickly whack this out on one of my rods to where I can see all them fish showing on the surface. So crack on with this and then it's breakfast time. Right guys, at the moment in my swim I've got Liam Hodges, formerly of Hinders. Give us a wave, Liam. He was on Hardwick and he's come down to see me before he's gone home. And he's had a look at my swim, seen all the fish that was on the surface like I mentioned earlier on when I put the zig out. And he suggested doing some floater fishing instead, so wound in the zig rod. And he's trying to have a go for me to catch off the surface. Spawned out a load of dog mixers first. And I've got a chop down pop up on a, I'll say about a 5 foot hook link. And they are, if I can zoom in, they are taking the mixers. I think it'll probably just be a matter of time, with Liam's help, before we get a fish on the bank on floater gear. What do you reckon? Wind in one of the bottom baits and put that zig back out as well?
Yeah, probably worth it.
Well then guys, I'm going to do that, wind in one of them rods. Put a zig back out again. Right then guys, while I had Liam down with me, it's probably partly thanks to his help because he had bombed out a load of mixers for me, which got the fish feeding up near the top. I wound in one of my bottom bait rods, put it back out on the zig, because because I'd wound in the zig to do the floater fishing with Liam, and took 6 inches off the length of the zig, so I was fishing 11.5 foot off the bottom, and it was within 5 minutes putting the zig out, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
A nice, here we go, a nice 18.4 mirror. I didn't think it was going to be this big. It didn't feel like it on the fight. I thought it just felt like a single figure fish. But one of the nice dark coloured hunt fish. Nice to get off the board, not blanking. A few more of these and I'll be happy. See if we can get Liam catching on the floaters now. Right, let's get it back. Right then, I'm now fishing 2 rods on zigs after catching that nice 18 pounder on an 11.5 foot zig. I've just put out a second zig rod, fishing 11 foot, and as Liam suggested, I've been casting out the old dog biscuits over the top to keep them feeding near the surface. So hopefully I can get a few more on the zigs. I do like catching fish on zigs, it is a nice way to catch fish. At least I've had one, I haven't blanked, that's always a good thing. Hopefully I can get at least another one, be nice. Don't think I'll get 5 like I did last time I was here, that would be very nice. But one more and I'll be happy. Well, I'm happy now because I haven't blanked, but now I've had one, you always want another one. But I can see fish feeding, hang on, let me run round the camera. Oh, got me tripod on a bit of a wonk. There are fish feeding out there on the mixers. I've probably just been spooked for a few minutes as I put a couple of spawns of mixers out. Right, it's about lunchtime now anyway, so I'm going to try and get some lunch, and then in the meantime hopefully them fish are going to take another zig. Second fish of the session. Once again fallen to the 11.5 foot zig. Fake dog biscuit soaking in the hinge beetle in. She was being a bit flappy for the photos, which I've just done. And I think she's going to be a bit flappy now. Try and get her on film for you. Right, here we go. Second fish, 18 pounds too. Zig's definitely doing a trick at the moment. Spamming dog biscuits over the top to get them feeding near the top. Zigs are only about a foot under the surface. It seems to be doing the trick. Putting a little dribble of goo inside each spawn as well. Spamming, gooing up the hook bait as well. And yeah, so that's nice 2 fish I've had so far. want to get a 20 low. If I can get a 20, I'll be happy. Right, let's get her back. Right guys, seeing I've had 2 fish now on a 11.5 foot zig, so I'm going to put my third rod out now on a zig as well, also 11.5 foot. So I'm gonna, instead of a fake dog biscuit like I've been fishing with so far, gonna put this one out on one of the little zig bugs from MBR Tackle. I've used these several times up to now, still yet to catch on them yet, unfortunately. I don't know why, because they are very good zig bugs. So that's what's going out on the third rod. Like I just said, 11.5 foot of hook link. And then at the business end, at the other end of the hook link, is an anti-tangle sleeve, which is pushed onto like a swivel, which has a hook at one end, and then lead clip system, 1.5 ounce lead from Pellet Shack, and then just 6 inches of tubing, all that's just to help avoid tangles on the cast. And that's it. I'll put a bit of goo on the bug before I cast it out. That's also what I've been doing with the fake dog biscuits, even though they're soaked in beetling, and putting a bit of goo on them as well. Right, let's get this one out. Let's see if I can catch some more fish. Alright, it's gone a bit quiet in my swim, so need to use the old spawn there. You can see hanging in the background. Just chuck out a few more mixes, trying to get the fish feeding back over my zigs again. Last few spawns I've been putting out, just been putting a bit of the goo into the spawn as well. Right, that'll do. 4 spawns over the area, hopefully just to try and get the fish feeding near the surface in my area again. Alright guys, I'm going to get some of the PVA bag rigs ready for back on the night session, because I probably won't fish zigs through the night. I've never caught on a zig through the night, and so it doesn't really give me much confidence fishing zigs in the night. So I'm going to prepare me bottom boat rigs. One thing I have noticed though on one of my rigs I've wound in, the hooks, it's lost its edge. So now I'm going to use my hook sharpener, the Easy Lap diamond hook sharpener. That's available from Bass Online. There you go, looks like a pen. Take it out. It's got a little groove in there. There you go, I think it's fairly obvious what you do now with that groove. Take your hook, put the sharpener in, or your hook in that groove, and then just give it a few strokes. Flat as you can, so it sort of follows the line of the point. I'll do a few of them. Right, let's have a feel at that point now. Ah, there we go. Straight away. It's sticking in my nail. Yep, that's nice and sharp again, ready to hook some fish. Right, with any luck when that does go back out tonight, it will catch me some fish now it's sharp enough again. It's just been a matter of about 5 to 10 minutes since I bombed out some dog biscuits over my area. If you can make out what was a quiet looking swim, I've now got feeding fish in it again. Just going to quickly show you one other little thing I've been doing with me mixers, or fake mixers. So that's the fake mixer, the enterprise tackle ones, and if you can make it out, there's a little hole in the side. That's meant to be where a little stopper goes in, where you it's like a little sight stop that comes with a pack when you get them. But what I've been doing with that little hole, nothing rude, I can show you. Been taking the goo. I've just been sort of holding the mixer just so it sort of opens up the hole. But then, don't know if you can make it out, might be blocking it. Just been squirting a load of goo into the hole so it slowly releases off the goo trail while it's in the water. So it's already got the beetle flavour impregnated in the mixer, and it's oozing off some goo as well. Alright guys, I'm just going to tighten my PVA bags ready for tonight's part of the session for fishing through the night. So I'm going to show you the rig. It's a fairly similar rigs, apart from one difference to how I normally fish my PVA bag rigs. So hook length and all that, pretty much exactly the same as I do for PVA bags. Supple right through, 4 inches long. The hook is a Nash Fang Twister size 10, and the bait there is one of Liam Hodges' home rolled LH1 baits. And then the difference is on the lead system, just stuck the hook in my finger. You can probably see there, the leader is running through, well not through, round the outside of the lead, which, if you already hadn't guessed, is an inline drop off. So the idea is, when a fish picks up your bait and it's pulling that way, and this is you pulling that way, the swivel in the bottom of the lead pulls out. As you can see there, the swivel's on like back to front, it shoves in the bottom of the lead, and now it's just hanging on by the tail rubber, and with that and a bit of head shaking from the fish and fight from you, your lead is gone, and then your fish is no longer sort of hindered into being pulled down onto the bottom. With the rig being lead free, it should come up in the water and making it much easier to play. So that's my PVA bag rigs I'm using on this session. That's what I'll be fishing through the night. How I was fishing last night. Right, where'd that lead go? Right, I'm gonna have to find a different lead now, because when that dropped off, the insert just broke off. Right, as it happens, I do have a spare handy, so to set up the inline rig, the inline drop off rig, and you take your lead, swivel goes in sort of back to front, then you take your tail rubber, like see, leader's around the outside of the lead, tail rubber just then goes over the insert, pull it all tight, and that goes into a solid PVA bag as you would normally, as if it was a normal inline PVA bag rig, which I'm going to do now. Oh, that was a big splash. That sounded like a right pig of a fish jumping out. Hopefully I can get into some of them big ones. Right, going to get this in a PVA bag and then do a few more for the night. Right, I was going to quickly show you the other rig that I'm fishing on for my solid bags, because I'm only fishing those LH1 boilies on one rod, my other two rods. I'm fishing 2 bits of fake corn. First time I was at Hunts last year, it's what I was catching on, so that's what I'm trying again this session for fishing through the night. And you see my spod mix already, and a lot of it is just little bits that look like that. So that's the idea, fishing on the bottom over the spod mix and hook baits that look for something similar. Right then guys, got my third fish of the session. Very nice one it is too. It's getting me wet. You see I've already had to change my shirt once this session after that last fish. I'm not going to give you the weight of this one because I'm going to do a competition, but we'll show you the fish first. It's safe to say it's heavier than my previous 2 fish. Well, I know what it weighs because I've weighed it. There we go. How about that for a pig? It is a 20, I think that's fairly obvious. I'll go through what I'm doing for the competition when I've got the fish back, show you the prize. So that's the only clue I'm giving you, it is a 20. It's a very nice fish too. Just got some photos done from someone in the next swim round the corner. Oh, once again taken on the a zig, and that it was taken on that MBR zig that I showed you earlier on. So I'm happy now I finally caught a fish on an MBR zig bug, nailed at the far side of the lake. She certainly is a peach. Like I said, I'm not telling you the weight because it's for a competition, this one. I haven't done a competition for a while, but I think you've looked at it long enough, time to get her back. Right then guys, competition time. It's been a while since I've done one, and I've got a couple of prizes here to give away. Fairly simple standard competition. It's guess the weight of that fish I just had. That's why I didn't tell you the weight. So subscribers only. If you're not a subscriber, just subscribe to my channel. That simple. 1 guess per person. I'll run the competition for a couple of weeks, and yeah, simply guess the weight of that fish. If no one gets exactly the right weight, it will be the closest to it. Right, I suppose you want to know what the prizes are. Right, you saw me using it earlier on. Easy Lap diamond hook sharpener. Very good bit of kit. Everyone should have one in their tackle box for sharpening their blunt hooks. Save you a few quid in the long run. It's worth a tenner. So that's prize number 1. And I said I'd also come back to it another time when I was making my spod mix yesterday. Fake corn soaking in the Hinders beetle in. Little pot there, little mixture of white and yellow. You've seen me in previous videos catching many fish on the old fake corn and beetle in. If you haven't got any, here's your chance. 2 prizes. Simply guess the weight of that fish I just had. I've already said 1 guess per person. Subscribers only. So, get guessing. These could be yours. Right then guys, evening update time. I'm happy so far with a 3 fish when I done the lap of the lake yesterday when I first got here, and I was chatting to everyone and just about everyone said nothing was happening in the ankle. I thought to myself this session, if I can get 1 fish on the back of that, I'll be happy. So now I've had 3 fish. I'm extremely happy, especially now as one's been a 20. So still on zigs at the moment, but probably just make up my PVA bags there. So nearly 9 o'clock, so it's going to be getting dark soon. So I'm going to wind the zigs in after this piece and put the bottom baits out for the night. I've never caught on zigs through the night yet whenever I've tried, so I'm never confident on fishing zigs through the night, so I ain't going to start now. I did think about leaving one out there, but I don't want to. I'm going to fish all bottom baits. So yeah, so that's it for now. Unless I catch anything in the night, this will be the last time you see me until the morning. Morning guys, 6 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, a very misty morning on the lake. My plan was to get up nice and early, and if I didn't have anything on the bottom baits through the night, which I haven't unfortunately, was to go back onto zigs nice and early. As it is a bit misty, I'll wait till the morning mist clears off the water before putting up the zigs. I'm not sure fish would take on zigs while it's sort of this misty. So I think I'll get back into bed for an hour, wait for this mist to clear, then back on the zigs. Right then guys, had me breakfast and I'm back out on me zigs now. Be nice to get at least 1 more. And last time I was on hunts I had 5. If I could get 5 again I'd be extremely happy with that, but I mean I'm happy now with the 3 I've had. But if I could get 1 more today that'd be nice. I ain't got many of the dog biscuits that I left that I brought with me that I was spomming over the top. And right, actually let me show you the lake for the moment. As you could probably make out, there's a lot of the sort of the white, sort of scummy and floating bits on top of the lake at the moment. So I've got a feeling if I spommed out the few dog biscuits that I have got left, it'd probably just get lost in all that white scummy stuff. So what I've done, I had a bit of my spod mix left from the night when I got here. What I've done is I've chucked a bit of condensed milk in it to make it cloudy. Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but then I've chucked a load of lake water in with the spod mix, and I've made it into a sloppy spod mix. So I'm going to spom a bit of this sloppy spod mix out over the area, make a nice cloud in the water, and then hopefully some of that scummy stuff will clear off a bit later on, and then I can spom some of the dog biscuits out over the top. Try and get the fish feeding on top. I can't see any fish out there at the moment, but hopefully this sloppy spod mix will bring them into the area. Right, let's get some out. And hopefully another fish can be on the bank. Right then guys, 4th fish of the session. I was back out on the zigs, and once again it was an 11-foot zig that went this time on one of the MBR tackle zig bugs. I could see all the fish on top in front of me, and they just seemed to be sunbathing, so I took 6 inches off the length of all my zigs, and caught this one on the right hand rod. 14-14, the smallest fish I've had this session, but undoubtedly the best looking one I've had with that scale pattern. I know how dark she is, but just the scale pattern on it, absolutely cracking. She's got one missing scale off her tail on this side, which I'll treat just before I put her back, but this is an absolute minter of a fish. Like I say, the smallest, but undoubtedly the best looking. Made up with this one. Glad to have a fish today, and starting me pack down now, so it won't be long before I go home. But 4 fish this session, extremely happy. Time to get this one back. Alright guys, I've run out of dog biscuits now to keep the surface feeding fish feeding near the surface near my zigs. So it's got a bit desperate now. I'm nearly packing up now anyway. So I'll try and keep them feeding on the surface using a bit of bread. Gonna break it up into little bits. We all know fish slurp bread off the surface, but improvise with some bread in the spawn. Good as. Right, just going to finish bombing out a bit more bread and then pack up. Time to go home after this. Right then guys, come to the end of my session now, and it's been a very good session I think for a Hunt's Corner session. It's not one of the easiest lakes you can fish, and to have 4 fish out is a very good result. When I'd done my lap yesterday I said to myself, 1 fish and I'll be happy. I've had 4, so I'm extremely happy. Some lad who walked round not long ago who's fishing down the far side said he spoke to everyone who's fishing here, and he said it was only me and him who'd had 4 fish out. So, and talking on our weights, I had the overall best weight, so it seems like I've fished best out of everyone who's hunts on at the moment. So you could probably just make my rods are still on the ground, but that's the only thing I've got left to pack away. Everything else is away. Once I've finished this bit of camera up, rods are coming in, then it's home time. Don't forget to enter my competition. I've got to say, if there's any duplicate answers, all the same answers will go into a hat. But anyway, need to get these rods wound in, go home, have a shower, because not smelling the best after 2 days on the bank. Alright, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.